Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato
Jayamudiraye
He Krishna Karuna Sindhu
Krishna Karuna Sindhu
Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 21 and text number 10. Kiritinam Kundalinam Shankachakra Gadadaram Svetotpala Kridanakam Manasparsasmite Kshanam Kiritinam Kundalinam Shankachakra Gadadaram Svetotpala Kridanakam Manaspashasmite 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 Kshanam
Kiritinam,
adorned with a crown,
adorned with a crown,
Kundalinam,
Kundalinam,
wearing earrings,
wearing earrings,
Shankha,
Shankha,
conch,
conch,
chakra,
chakra,
disc,
disc,
gada,
gada,
mace,
mace,
dharam,
dharam,
holding,
holding,
Shweta,
Sveta,
white,
white,
Utpala,
Utpala,
lily,
lily,
Kridanakam,
Kridanakam,
plating,
plating,
Manaha,
Manaha,
heart,
heart,
Sparsha,
Sparsha,
touching,
touching,
Smita,
Smita,
smiling,
smiling,
Ikshanam,
Ikshanam,
and glancing.
and glancing.
Translation. Adorned with a crown and earrings, he held his characteristic conch, disc, mace in 3 of his hands and a white lily in the 4th. He glanced about in a happy, smiling mood, whose sight captivates the heart of all devotees. This particular text doesn't have a purport. So we read the next one also. A golden streak on his chest, the famous Kaustuba gem, suspended from his neck. He stood in the air with his lotus feet placed on the shoulders of Garuda. The descriptions in verses 9 to 11 of the Lord in his transcendental eternal form are understood to be descriptions from the authoritative Vedic version. These descriptions are certainly not the imagination of Kardama Muni. The decorations of the Lord are beyond material conception, as admitted even by the impersonalists like Shankaracharya. Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has nothing to do with this material creation. The varieties of the transcendental Lord, his body, his form, his dress, his instructions, his words are not manufactured by the material energy, but are all confirmed in Vedic literature. By performance of yoga, Kardama Muni actually saw the Supreme Lord as he is. There was no point in seeing an imagined form of God after practicing yoga for 10,000 years. The perfection of yoga, therefore, does not terminate in voidness or impersonalism. On the contrary, the perfection of yoga is attained when one actually sees the personality of Godhead in his eternal form. The process of Krishna consciousness is to deliver the form of Krishna directly. The form of Krishna is described in the authoritative Vedic literature, Brahma Samhita. His abode is made of Chintamani stone, and Lord plays there as a cowherd boy and is served by many thousands of gopis. These descriptions are authoritative, and a Krishna conscious person takes them directly, acts on them, preaches them, and practices devotional service as enjoined in the authoritative scriptures. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 21, text number 10 and 11. So, this is a vision Kardama Muni had before his marriage. Kardama Muni practiced for 10,000 years. He undertook a severe penance. And after 10,000 years, he had the beautiful darshan of Narayana, Krishna. And these shlokas are the description of that beautiful form. how Krishna was holding Shankha, conch shell, mace, and this Sudarshan Chakra. But this particular avatar, when Lord appeared, instead of lotus, he was holding a lily flower, slightly different. All these millions of Narayana forms, we can identify them by the position of these four paraphernalia. Shankha, Chakra, Gadha, Padma. Somebody will have chakra on the right top hand. One will have chakra on the left bottom. And conch shell will be in the left bottom, then it will be left top. So, if you take Bhagavatam first canto, and if you see the cover of the first canto book, you can see many Narayana forms, and the four paraphernalia will be in different places. Only when the Leela manifests, they take a particular form. Once the Leela is over, again they assume Narayana form. So, in the cover, jacket of the first canto, it will be written Vamana, Narsimha, Achyuta, Keshava. Many names will be written. And they are all same Narayanas only. The only difference is the Shankha, Chakra, Gadha, Padma will be in different places. So, Kardama Muni had a vision. Then after that, Brahma came and forced Kardama Muni to get married. Actually, Kardama Muni was not interested in getting married. But Brahma said, you have to get married for the benefit of the whole world. So if you see, only a complete detached person in this material world can deeply involve in spiritual life. In the first canto of Bhagavatam itself, it is said, Bhagavatam is meant for mumukshubhihi. Mumukshubhihi means people who do meditation, jnanis, yogi. So, this is the first Bhagavatam discussion happened in between Parikshit and Shukdev Goswami. We all know this discussion happened in Naimisharanya discussion happened between Sutta Goswami and the Shaunaka Rishis. That is in Naimisharanya. This was the first Bhagavatam discussion happened between Parikshit Maharaj and Shukdev Goswami. The place is called Sukatal. So there, 18,000 sages assembled. 18,000 sages assembled. Do you see any Matajis here? Children here? Any king? Minister, businessman? Trader, flower seller, pot mender? You will see only sages. Nobody else. Full sages. And Bhagavatam says it is meant for sages. Mumukshubhihi. Spiritual life is meant for sages. A man who is trying to detach himself from this world, from the activities of this world, because the activities of this world are very bewildering. Once you get inside this loop or maze, it is very difficult to get out by our own power. It's a maze. I still remember when we were young, we used to play a game. It will have 3-4 balls. You have to bring the ball in the center. Have you played that game? There will be like circle, circle, circle like that, and some balls will be there. And somehow you adjust and bring the ball to the center. It's like sometimes you have to play 3 hours, 4 hours. You bring one ball, another will jump out and go. You bring the second one, the third one will jump out and go. This world is a fantastic creation of God. Once you enter, you are lost. You will get attracted by the fascination. Very difficult even to think of getting out of it. Very difficult. Mind is captivated, intelligence is lost, and we are so deeply engrossed in the pleasures of this world. And scriptures gives a simple example of a monkey trying to take a coconut from a mud pot which has got a very small, neck. It's a small neck. And the monkey has squeezed his hand inside and he caught the coconut. And now he's trying to pull the hand is not coming out. Why it is not coming out? Right? He's holding the coconut. Then the monkey can release his hand. How the monkey can release his hand? You leave the coconut, the hand will come out. But will the monkey leave the coconut? Not. That is all. Scripture says we are like that. You leave, you are free. But the mind will not allow you to leave. Mind will say 101 instruction. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. This is very important. If you leave, how things will work. Mind will never leave. It is all the attachment we have developed for years together. Someone cursed Indra, and Indra came and took birth in this material world. And Narada Muni felt so much of pity for him, sympathy for Indra. Because Indra took birth in a house, he got married, he got children. So Narada Muni came and met Indra and said, Indra, what are you doing? You are king of heaven. You are supposed to manage everything there. What are you doing here? So Indra said, Naradji, I know everything. I will come little later. Just now I got married. I have small children. If I leave, who will take care? Who will take care? I know one sannyasi in ISKCON, he had in his ashram before, he had 3 or 4 sisters. And he was one of the main earning member of the family. 4 sisters, 3 or 4 unmarried sisters. And slowly he got interested in Krishna conscious philosophy, started coming to ISKCON. He wanted to join as a full-time. All relatives and all went crazy. If you join full-time, who will take care of the family? Who will get your sisters married? You have elderly parents, and people started bombarding. Even devotees, discouraged him, don't do this. Then, boldly he took a decision and he went and joined, sacrificed everything and joined as a full-time. Within 2-3 years, all his sisters were married to very qualified people and they all settled peacefully and happily. So once in his realization, the sannyasi said, Even if I continued back at home and he was doing my job and all, I wouldn't be able to get them married in such a position. You allow Krishna to take the reins of our life, Lord will happily take. Many times we say, Krishna, protect me, protect me, protect me. But we will not allow Krishna to come and interfere. We will say, Lord bless me, Lord protect me, Lord take care of me. But when Lord comes to interfere, we will not allow. Very complicated. Everything was taken care. A man was crossing a jungle in the night. He could hear the voice of all the animals and wild animals and reptiles and serpents. He got so scared. It was dark. He wanted to save himself in the wild jungle. He started running wildly like a mad person. Somehow he wanted to cross the jungle. So when he was running, his leg got twined in a creeper and the creeper pulled him, and suddenly he realized he was hanging in a huge, I don't know, some kind of a well or some pit, or he was hanging. And he was holding on to the creeper. And his hand all started paining. He can hear the hissing sound of a snake. Snake is coming down through the creeper. And he heard all sorts of noise of these wild animals howling, screaming, roaring. So scared in the dead of the night. It was so dark. He was holding on to the creeper so tightly and screaming, Krishna, protect me, protect me, protect me. Lord said, leave your hand, I will protect you. Will he leave his hand? He was not leaving his hand, holding on. No, Krishna, please protect me, protect me. Krishna said, you leave your hand, I will protect you. But he was not leaving the hand. Whole night he was hanging on to the creeper. Every single nerve in his body was like paining so badly. But he didn't leave his hand. He was so scared. What if I die? Something is there, down, I don't know. Whole night. He was almost unconscious, but he was not leaving. So hanging on. And slowly in the morning, the sun rose. And he saw ground was just 1 foot below. Just 1 foot below. If he would have left his hand happily. Very important. When we go and beg to Krishna and say, Krishna, protect me. And Krishna is telling, I will protect you, do like this, but we will not. We will not allow Lord to interfere. Sharanagati is nothing, just giving ourselves in the hands of Krishna. That's all. In Markini Bhagavata Dharma, in the ship, Prabhupada wrote a poem. In that poem he writes, Krishna, I am a puppet. Shri Radha Krishna Kanahaiya ki jai. Shri Nitai Gauranga ki jai. So Prabhupada writes, Krishna, I am a puppet in your hand. You can use me however you want. It is very easy to say, but really giving up individuality is very difficult. We all have that strong, stubborn, deep individuality. If that individuality surrenders to Guru and Krishna, that is real surrender. In olden days, one of Guru Maharaj's Vyasa Puja letter to Srila Prabhupada, he has written in those days. Guru Maharaj has written this Vyasa Puja letter. In that he has written, Jayapataka is not his own. He is Srila Prabhupada's to be owned. You understood? Jayapataka is not his own. He is Srila Prabhupada's. In those days, Guru Maharaj has written that. So, Sharanagati means giving up that last individuality. We all have that individuality. Very stubborn. Surrendering that individuality. And we are all lazy about certain things in life. Sacrificing that thing. That is what Krishna sees. Initially, Krishna sees that there's a shloka in Bhagavad Gita that says, Lord will see action in inaction and inaction in action. There is a shloka. Generally, we won't understand what does that mean. Krishna says, Krishna will see action in inaction, inaction in karmatil akarmavu makarmatil karmatayum papa. Onnume puriyadu. Hari bol. Right? So when you are new, when you are neophyte, when you are coming beginner, Krishna will see, even if you do a small seva, its least amount of seva, Krishna will be very happy. But as years pass by, Krishna will see how much you are not doing. Initially, Krishna will see how much you are doing. Right? So a beginner comes, takes one flower and offers to Prabhupada. Keeps one flower to Krishna. Bows down. You know, somebody is telling Prabhuji, can you take this thing and keep it there? He lifts it and keeps it there. And Krishna sees what a wonderful seva he has done. And he is blessed because he came and did seva. Then balanced 23 hours, he was in sense gratification. That's okay. He did seva. Krishna appreciates it. Then a person becomes devotee and he is serving for 20 years. And he does the same thing, lifts one bucket and keeps it there. Balance 23 hours he sleeps. Right? Then Krishna sees how much he is not doing. Because as years pass by, we are also expected to grow. If the kid doesn't mature, the kid doesn't internally, intellectually grow, physically grow, psychologically grow, the parents will understand the kid is a retarded kid and they will take him to hospital. Yes, sir. The kid cannot say, at the age of 1 I was doing the same, at the age of 20 also I am doing the same, why are you complaining? No. Kids are all like that. They will pass urine, they will pass stool, they will sit on that, they will pat, they will put all sorts of. But a 20-year-old boy cannot do that. He is expected to grow. He is expected to mature. In Krishna consciousness also, Lord is expecting us to grow, expecting us to mature. But what happened? In time we have become senior, in spirituality we have not become senior. We always calculate the seniority of a devotee by years. Yes or no? Our senior பையன் 30 வருஷமா இருக்கார். ஜபம் பண்ணாரா அது தெரியாது. Our calculation of seniority is as per time. But we should be senior in spiritual life. What happens? People start respecting. People start expecting. Appreciating. They fall at your feet. Hari bol Prabhu. Like that. So slowly what happens? We also get inside senior version. You know? Like that. Hari bol. How are you? We also start acting. Get inside the drama and we also they nicely reciprocate. Right? But internally, we have not developed attachment to Seva, Krishna, holy name, scriptures, nothing. It's a vacuum inside. So what happens, after some time, this drama becomes a pressure. It's a pressure. Then ஆளுங்க முன்னாடி எல்லாம் acting பண்ணிட்டு ரூம்குள்ள போய் கரசடி we want to become normal. Right? Some people have got a tummy, big tummy. So when they walk now, they don't want to show the tummy. The big belly. They don't want to show that they have a huge belly. Room na poi karasadi. They try to relax. So what happens? We did not become spiritual internally. Senior internally. Not trying to chant properly. Is my chanting better than yesterday? Am I putting effort? You get married to a woman and you don't pay attention to her. She will kill you. Grahasthas. Who married Dana? Do you have that experience? After marriage, we don't pay attention to wife, children, don't take care of household activities. They will become very wild. Yes or no? They will demand, pay attention, look into children, look into household activities. You are devotee and all fine, but do this also. Right? So, Diksha, devotee means we are getting married to the holy name. Pay attention or not? We should. If we don't pay attention, she will leave and go. If somebody is chanting better, I will go with him. Right? So, is my chanting better than yesterday? Am I developing interest in reading Bhagavatham, Bhagavad Gita? 20 வருஷம் முன்னாடியே படிச்ச தூக்கம் வந்தது, இப்போ படிச்ச தூக்கம் தான். Am I developing taste for this? Am I developing taste in Nama Sankirtan? Am I feeling comfortable doing seva in the temple? Do I internally feel it is a necessity to go and preach to somebody? If you don't develop all these things, spiritual life becomes very dry. Then, after 20 years, 30 years of acting, we realize, actually I don't fit in here. Then we try to do something. That world also will not accept us. This also will not accept us. Trisan Kumari Nadulaina. Then, to cover up our ego, we will create as a philosophy. Putusa. We will create a philosophy. We will kill ourselves. Then loneliness will start eating us. Because we have not filled our heart. The loneliness will crave, eating. Okay, let's get married. Then after marriage, okay, I don't fit here also. Okay, let me go to temple. I don't fit here also. Let me go and do some job. This is also not satisfying. Yalla try panni kadasi loose suttom. You know, that is how human beings are. Fashion is that's all. They try something. It is not okay after something they get bored, they try something else. Right? Tight up போடுவாங்க. அப்புறம் கொஞ்சம் லூசா போடுவாங்க. அப்புறம் கலரா போடுவாங்க. அப்புறம் கிழிச்சிட்டு போடுவாங்க. But mind is not satisfied in anything. Hairstyle, you know, in 70s, the hair was hanging around like this, you know, even for men, there was some rounder hair, you know, on the bottom and all like that. I don't know what to call it. Punk or something, some fashion. Then they nicely, after motta mari, they will chop off. Right? Then they started painting. Then like a football, they made patches. Now hair is standing on the end like this. Try this, try that. But nothing gives real satisfaction. Because Krishna says, the language of the soul is Krishna consciousness. You try there. But physically we have become a devotee. Internally we have not yet. Physically devotee I know. Nicely tilakka போட்டு. அப்பா சில devotees எல்லாம் தோத்தி போடுவாங்க. நான் பார்த்துருக்கேன். fold பண்ணி அந்த feet போட்டு அயன் பண்ணி போடுறது காவி. அதுல இருந்து ஃபேஷன். You know, nicely, they press it nicely and it'll be right? So, that is why Matajis were not allowed to wear saffron. Why? Saffron kurta kila border which tachuvanga, silver border, some pearl work, stud work, saffron na. It's meant for renunciation, right? So this is an individual's responsibility. The moment we get into Krishna consciousness, develop that attachment. Yosichu paakrom, after 50, after 55, when I give up everything, will I be able to sit alone and enjoy Krishna consciousness? For a certain age, we may not be able to run around. So slowly the services will be handed over to next generation. They will treat you senior. In the corner of chair, right? They won't allow you inside the kirtan because they will all be jumping and dancing and you will be like a pillar inside. Right? They won't give you kartal mridanga because we won't get into the rhythm. All youngsters will be playing nicely. Speed varadu. Onnume varadu. Hare Krishna kuda correct varadu. Pronounce panna mudiyadu. Old age is a natural thing. Body will dwindle. Shloka onnu nyabadhukku varadu. At that time, we'll be able to take shelter. ஒழுங்கா ஜபம் பண்ணும்போதே தூங்கி பாதி வருது. அந்த ஏஜ்ல எப்படி வரும்? Getting prepared. That's why Prabhupada very clearly said in Science of Self-Realization, we teach the art of dying. People did not like that comment. We teach the art of dying. We are teaching them how to die. யாருக்காவது அதை பத்தி பேசினா பிடிக்குமா? நீங்க செத்து போயிருவீங்க, அதனால we are training you how to die. Nobody will like it. But Prabhupada said, we are teaching the art of dying. Once we cross 50 and all, then we should think about all these things. Develop attachment for Krishna. Then Narada came and invited Indra, come back. Your post is vacant. You are supposed to manage. You are the Lord of heavens. You come back. Indra said, no, I just got babies. They have to grow up. They have to get married. I have to take care of responsibilities. Blah, 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 blah. He told Narada, okay, I'll do one thing. I promise you. I will finish my responsibilities within certain years and I'll come back. This is the promise everyone does, which never happens. It is like, kadalu vattunadukku appuram na kadal taandren solra mari. Like, let the ocean be dry, then I will cross the ocean. Kadal ennikavadhu vattuma? Ocean will never dry. Adu appadina. Prabhu eppa service poringa? My son is in this thing, I have to take care. Next year I will come. Wow, nadakave. So Indra said, Narada, I am promising you, I will come. You just go and come back after certain years. Then he came back after certain years. By the time Indra became very old in the house. And the weekly wife said, then Narada said, look at you. Look at your body. You are old. And not only that, you are an extra burden in that family. They don't want you. You are a headache in that family. Why don't you leave? Then Narada, Indra said, I am married. My children are working. My grandson is there. It's a small kid. Who will take care? They are all going for job, busy. But I promise you, Narada, you go and come back within few years. I'll finish all my responsibilities and come. Okay, Narada went. Indra in the video, young Kodandega, young Para, young Pulla, and he died in that house. While dying, he was thinking about that house, my house, my house, my house. Then he took birth in the same house as a dog. Because at the time of death, he was thinking about his house. He took birth as a dog in the house. Bow, 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 bow. It was going. Then Narada came. Indra looked at him. Look at your position. You are Lord of heavens. Can't you think? Say, yeah, I want to come. But you know what? In this area, there are a lot of thieves. If I don't secure my house, who will protect my house? So when the conversation was going on, by the time grandson became big and Indra became a dog. So he introduced to Narada, look, that is my grandson coming. Now he's a dog and the grandson is coming. So the dog ran to the master and tried to lick. That boy took one stick and gave one tapak to the Rati. Then Narada said, look at you. You are getting tortured and beaten up by this material energy. Why don't you understand? Indra said, don't interfere in my family business. Then he was going around the house for so many years and all. Then Narada came again. By that time, he has become a worm in the house. Adhe house la finally become a small worm, tiny worm. Narada said, look at you. Look at your pathetic situation. Why don't you leave it and come out? Then the earthworm said, my great grandson is passing potty everywhere, stool everywhere in the house. If I don't eat and clean that, who will clean my house? This is Bahunam Janmanam Ante. We don't know how many lifetimes we have taken birth in this world. And now we have a human birth. We don't know, last Janma we would have been a palm tree somewhere in this island. Then palm tree, wife, palm tree, children. Then before the cockroach, maybe cockroach wife and cockroach children. We would have played duet also. My dear cockroach and cockroach children. Adimunadi maybe rat, cat, who knows? 84 lakhs of species. Finally we got that. Adha Avayar paaduvanga. Aridu aridu maanidanai pirattal aridu adidum goon gurudu sevidindri pirattal aridu. Rare, durlabam manava janma. So rare. Inge oru pant ela kilichidu madichittundi. After so many janma, right? Imagine you see ants going, crawling, and ant wife, ant children crawling. Will you take their life so seriously? If they climb you, they're already finished. You kill them. Mosquitoes on that, kill. I saw one devotee, a strange. The mosquito came and slowly injecting him. Usi put sucking blood. I was wondering, what this devotee did? He tightened the skin like that. Tight pannitara adu oosi ulla maatikichu. He was really enjoying it. Playing with that mosquito. He simply tightened his skin. That thing got stuck there. Adu ulla maatikittu. Right? Having some rasa. Pavam, edo devotee avaru kittirpar polukku. So we won't take their life so seriously. Ants' life, mosquito life, rats' life, cats' life. We don't take them seriously. Ana nariya irukanga Europe la. One lady, she wrote off some millions of dollars for the cat. She passed away. Manusanu kudukka maata. She wrote it in the name of the cat. Adu theriya kuda seiyadhu. So for devas, our life is negligible. Avanga kuda paapanga nammala. Para காலையில பொறுத்திருக்கான், பின்னாங்கில வளர்ந்துட்டான், கல்யாணம் பண்ண போன செத்து போயிட்டான். அடுத்து பாரு அந்த பூவுல பொறுத்திருக்காங்க. அவர்ல நம்ம எப்படி இந்த மஸ்கிட்டோ ஃப்ளைஸ் எல்லாம் பார்க்கிறோமோ, இந்த சேம் வே devas also look at us, because our 10,000 days is one day for them. Sorry, our 6 months is one day for them. 6 months. 6 into 30, 180 days. அவங்களுக்கு வந்து one day. So they don't take us seriously. In the whole cosmic creation, we are just an insignificant, negligible element. கொஞ்சம் ஒரு சுனாமி தண்ணி வந்து எல்லாம் கொண்டு போயிடும், finished. ஆனா அகங்காரனோ that is beyond everything. இருக்கிறது இவ்வளவு. But the ego which we have developed, and every day we keep feeling that. It's a beautiful story in Purana. A teacher called two of his students and he gave them, say, 1 ringgit, some basic money, and said, now your education is over. This is a practical exam. I am giving both of you 1 ringgit. Now you go out and try to collect something as cheap as possible and fill this house with this 1 ringgit. Both the students went to market, they were trying to buy something and they wanted to fill the house with that. Can you buy something for 1 ringgit and fill a house? And both of them were going different places, looking around, sutti. They could not buy anything because you can't get anything in this money and fill a house. And finally one boy saw there was a huge pile of garbage, waste, and the landlord doesn't know what to do, how to get rid of this. And this student said, can you give me all this for 1 ringgit? Landlord said, happily take it and go. I don't want your money, it's free, you take it and go. So he took the whole garbage, came and filled the house with 1 ringgit. Right? And the second student, he was also running around, going around. He couldn't get anything. Finally, he could buy a small, in India you will get a mud lamps. Small lamp which you use for Damodar, made out of mud clay. One tiny lamp. That and all you will get for that one lamp. Then he got 1 incense. So he came and lit it up in the house. So the house was filled with light and aroma, sweet smell. Now, who won the competition? The first student or the second student? Second. If we are there, be very honest. Will you think like the first student or the second student? This is what we are doing. From the day of birth, we are filling. Because we want to feel. Why? That person has filled his life, that person has filled, she has filled, he has filled, he has got a flat, he has got a house, condo, this thing, so many, so I also have to do. And we keep filling because others are filling. And we don't even know whether it is really useful for me or not, but keep filling. Only a spiritual man can clearly think whether it is required for me or not. Very important. So we have to develop taste for sadhana. We have to preach to people. If we don't do these 2 things, there will be war. Prabhupada said that clearly. That's why Prabhupada said, books are the basis, utility is the principle, purity is the force, preaching is the essence. Very important. If you want to remain as a devotee, you should preach to 10 people and make them devotee and put them around you. Otherwise, Maya will attack. So 2 very important things, my sadhana and conveying this message to others. If there is a lack in these 2, Maya will attack. And that community will be a dead community. Why the great Madhva Sampradaya is declining? Because no preaching. Started by Madhvacharya. Ramanujacharya Sampradaya is down the line. No preaching. Don't preach. Ours is a movement. We have to move. And if we don't preach, we will stagnate. It's very important. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Any question, comments? Yes, Prabhuji.
Meditating in his stance, he also doing devotional service. So he is in a meditation position, he is
Okay, in general words, it is said that he is doing devotional bhakti. But when you go in detail, meditation is one step lower than devotional service. It is explained in Dhruva's pastime. Dhruva's mother was given entry into Vaikuntha Loka, but Dhruva was not given entry. They told Dhruva's mother, because you had such a great devotee, you are qualified to go back to Godhead. And they told Dhruva, you are not qualified to go back. And they said, you were meditating on the Lord for so many years, but you have not done any seva for the Lord. So they created a planet called Dhruva Nakshatra and sent them there and started doing seva. And this became more prominent in later yugas. Dwapara, like that. In Satya Yuga and all, seva was not given so much importance. Meditation that was the dharma for that age. So Kardama Muni naturally did that thing. But that is not supreme. Devotional service is supreme. But in that Satya Yuga, meditation is enough. That is the dharma. So that's why you can see Kardama Muni was doing meditation. But when they write generally, they write it is devotional service. But when you start talking specifically, then that is one step below devotional service.
So the wife was taking care of the husband. So the wife is doing the devotional service.
Yes.
Except the husband
Yes.
is doing the fasting to the wife.
Yes. Because Mataji's role is that much, they serve their husband and the husband serves God. Prabhupada said it's like a train. Compartments are wife and children. They are all attached to the husband. Husband is like engine and he goes. But in Kali Yuga what happened? It's like children are attached to the parents and the wife is attached to the husband and the train goes in the front. But in Kali Yuga it is like the wife is attached to the husband is attached to the wife and they don't go anywhere. The train has to go. So, Mataji's ladies, scripture says, even if they perform 50% devotional service, they'll go back to God. But a husband or a man has to do more. The expectation is more from him. Ladies even do little less, still they'll go back.
But how come you enjoy all the nice things from the Lord, not getting all the good things only for Kalamani? You can build a castle, you can have all this, you can enjoy so many privileges and all this. But he was on chance, but no devotional service.
Yeah, so?
How come he got so much of opulence?
No, he was a Ashtasiddha, he was a mystic man, he was a perfectionist. Because of this meditation, Ashtanga Yoga, he had all the celestial powers. He could create a castle up in the sky. He was a Siddha. He could do all that thing. But at the same time, he was not so attached. Just for the pleasure of his wife, Devahuti, he did that. And Devahuti became pregnant. She delivered 9 girls and 8 girls and 9th is Kapila. Once the Kapila grew up, immediately he handed over his wife, everything to the son and he went to jungle again. They were special people. Even Prabhupada said, if a devotee remains brahmachari 12 years minimum, completely mastering his words, his thoughts, everything, and if he walks out and says, let there be rain, there will be rain. The power is there. That is why we should not fight with a devotee, because you chant Gayatri 3 times a day and you chant 16 rounds and we go say something wrong, it may happen. It is wrong. That's why. Karmana manasa vacha. A devotee has to be very careful. Because we are also kuti yogis. We are not yogis in that level, but we are tiny yogis. Because almost 10 days in a week, a month, we are not eating one meal. A raw fasting, some fasting will be there. And we eat only Krishna Prasadam. Right? And that is also a kind of tapasya. And we all wake up in the morning, chant 16 rounds. It's all tapasya. And Gayatri. That's why sometimes when a devotee says, it happens. I witnessed a thing. A lady was, didn't have children for, got married 15, 16 years, she didn't have children. And they came crying. And some issue at the family. They came in front of His Holiness Jagat Swami Guru Maharaj. And they said, please pray, like that. And Guru Maharaj said, okay. And 15 days back, they called up and said that lady is pregnant at the age of 48 or 50, something like that. Because when a sadhu, a monk, who has mastered his words and senses and things, when he says it will happen, it will happen. One devotee from Malaysia only told me this last time, this happening, that his son met with an accident and he was in a hospital in coma. Then they went and cried in front of spiritual master, and on the way to airport, he went and saw the boy in the hospital, and he told one line, don't worry, your son will come back and play mridanga in front of Jagannath, something, and that happened. Doctors were astonished. Yeah. 12 years, Prabhupada says, 12 years if you follow 100%, that monk is like a deva. His words will turn true. That's a power. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.